The start of the 2024-25 NBA season is officially here, so there can't be a better time to give out my season predictions for all of the NBA season awards, starting with the MVP. Here we go. The current odds to win the MVP are in order of Luka, Shea, Jokic, and Giannis. My pick to win the MVP is Luka Doncic, who finished third in last year's voting in a season where he led the NBA in scoring on over 100 more total points than any other player. He put up the most points in a season since 2019 James Harden, all while averaging the most assists of his career thus far. This year, I expect the Mavericks to win around the same games as last year, but have a higher finish in the Western Conference. Luka will average a double-double this season and potentially a triple-double, which will secure him the league's MVP. Now let's move on to the Rookie of the Year, where what started as a rough-looking rookie class now looks like there's going to be quite a few stars. The current favorites to win the Rookie of the Year award in order are Zach Edey, Zachary Richeche, Reed Sheppard, and Stephon Castle. And my pick for this award is Reed Sheppard, who shot 52% from 3 at Kentucky and shot 50% on 20 points in this year's Summer League. Reed has the potential to be the Rockets' best shooter and defender this year, which will eventually earn himself a starting spot on the roster. Reed has the ability to shoot, like I mentioned, but one of his most underrated parts of his game is his defending abilities. He led the SEC in steals last year with 2.5 a game and nearly averaged 3 in this year's Summer League. Now moving on to the Defensive Player of the Year award, which the favorites come as follows: Wembanyama, Holmgren, Mobley, and Bam. For my pick, I have to go with the favorite Victor Wembanyama, who finished second in Defensive Player of the Year voting last year and honestly had my vote to win the award, if that means anything. I think that the Spurs have more success than they did last year, and with other additions like Paul and Castle, Wemby won't have to work as hard on both ends of the court. And the Clutch Player of the Year award isn't an award that I like to dive into too much because I'm generally just not a fan of it, but the favorites are Curry, Shea, and Luka. I'll once again go with the favorite Steph Curry to win in back-to-back years. I think that the Warriors will be in more clutch situations than some of these other players, and without Klay Thompson, the ball is undoubtedly going to be in Curry's hands, where a player like De'Aaron Fox, who won 2 years ago, will now have DeRozan to take some of those fourth quarter shots. The Most Improved Player of the Year award can also be flawed, but with that, the favorites are Wembanyama, Josh Giddey, Jalen Williams, and Kuminga. However, for this award, I'm going with Brandon Miller, who had an amazing rookie season that would have resulted in a Rookie of the Year award in any season that didn't feature a once-in-a-lifetime player like Wembanyama or even Holmgren. I see Miller averaging upwards of 23 points per game this season, which would be a 6-point increase, alongside potentially being named as an All-Star in only his second season. And the Sixth Man of the Year award favorites are as follows: Monk, Mathurin, LeVert, and last year's winner Naz Reid. Again, I'm going to the favorite Malik Monk, who will have to lead this bench unit for the Kings in more ways than one. He did an excellent job last season, but with the Kings losing some key pieces that played heavy minutes off the bench in the previous year, this one is going to be on Monk to lead that second unit. Also, with the addition of DeMar, Monk likely won't see a single start for the entirety of the season, barring any injuries, just like he has the last 2 years. And lastly, the Coach of the Year award is Udoka, Thibodeau, and Mazzulla lead the way, but for my pick, I'm taking Dejounte again for the OKC Thunder, who I expect to have the best record in the NBA this season. He did a great job with the team last year, and they have only gotten older and better. And the kind of depth that this team has, even injuries won't stop them from winning games this year, and I fully expect the Thunder to be the 1 seed heading into the playoffs. Alright, those are my NBA season award predictions for this NBA season that will kick off this week. Be sure to let me know if you agree with my picks, or why you do, or why you don't.